Good evening. I'm Beaufort Spurtwinny, Executive Director of the Toder Van Hubblenuff Exhibition and Research Library at the Ronald McDonald Vampire Horse Grimace Film Partnership. Tonight's film is a very special curiosity. Its making over the course of 21 years, marking it as an important time capsule of this, our adolescent century. Conceived as a music video, No Pizza from the Sex Place, or Pizza Sex, as it has come to be known by those who worked on the production, is a fin de siècle that began in 1998, finally taking shape some years later in the dark days following 9/11, and in the midst of the increasingly grim unveiling of the Iraq War. Iowa City's now iconic singer-songwriters, the Hoad-a-lay-hee-whos, commissioned the video for their first album, The Good, the Bad, and the Evan. Their management of Lee-Hoo Recordings sparing no expense in acquiring the very best technicians and talent in the transmogrification of song into cinema. After shooting had wrapped, No Pizza from the Sex Place moved its post-production to the Vampire Horse editing suite, which happened to be a string of offices located in the basement of a General Mills cereal factory located outside of Adair, Iowa. As it turned out, the factory was raided by a remarkable congregation of rabbits, which analysts of the incident now believe was an inside job. Tragically, many children died in this raid, and along with massive amounts of artificially flavored cereal, the nearly complete negative of the Pizza Sex video was stolen. In addition, the reels of footage from which that negative was comprised were scratched and damaged beyond restoration. The insurance company cut its losses and Pizza Sex remained in limbo. The Hoad-a-lay-hee-whos opted to make Happy Chef of Love their first single instead, cementing their legacy and fame. And yet, through its fits and starts, No Pizza from the Sex Place lingered on, with the Hoad-a-lay-hee-whos hiring new filmmakers and specialists to reconstruct the film from discarded outtakes and other scenes from scratch. But challenges continued to plague the project. The lead actor had to drop out due to a, quote, weakness in the loins, and the Hoad-a-lay-hee-whos' own disintegration and breakup as a band following the release of 2007's Night of the Living Evan put the video in a spiral of copyright gridlock. Every step forward was met with 2 steps back. For while Mustafar Hoadley, no relation to the band, took on the leading role, production would halt due to lost or damaged audio tracks, or the band's own infighting and the tedious jealousies and spats between siblings, wives, and greedy progeny. Filmmakers had other practical challenges. For while in 2009 they found the perfect face to play the much-sought role of Skidmark Steve, who appears in Act 2 of the picture, the recovered audio tracks only picked up this.
Sandy Silgemeyer. My main man Percy's pining.
Contradictory screenplays gave filmmakers no clue as to what the character was saying. And yet, upon acquiring the rights to No Pizza from the Sex Place in 2012, Vampire Horse Pictures, aided by a sizable grant from the McDonald's Company, hired expert lip readers from the University of Minnesota, who with the help of state-of-the-art AI programs were able to reconstruct what was likely the original dialogue. What more, they were also able to locate the red-hot star who played Steve in the lost 2003 cut, Josh Hartnett. While unavailable to reprise the role in 2012 due to shooting Roland Jaffe's The Lovers, the uncredited Hartnett re-recorded his lines over phone and sent them forthwith to the Vampire Horse production House Sound Mixers. The result is evidence of the new century's technological ingenuity and fecundity in the burgeoning world of motion picture making.
Sandy Silgemeyer.
Oscar Wiener.
My main man Percy's pining.
Incredible. All the more when one considers how that amelioration, delivering Hartnett the lines to the final mix, was accomplished in about 25 minutes. The next several years involved a complete audiovisual restoration and brand new digital render, with colors popping and shadows saturated in mystic foreboding, propelling the Hoad-a-lay-hee-whos music to ascend the heights of a cinema marvel. The ancients said, Habent sua fata labelli. Books have their own fates. That is a perfect aphorism for describing the trajectory of No Pizza from the Sex Plays, indeed informing the maverick decision to digitally reconfigure the actor's eyes and make it look like they are reading their lines off-screen, which, as critics who have seen the film have noted, is a commentary on the coded world of text in which we now live. In effect, the film exhibits the timeless fantasies of Borges colliding with a post-human urgency of the present moment. And now, decades in the making, we're proud to present this instant classic of the new age. The running time is about 40 minutes, the film embracing a quirky structural audacity wherein the scenario of pizza sex, itself a compelling 25-minute drama of sexual jealousy and obsession, concludes, and following some nicely fonted credits with another lovely Hoad-a-lay-hee-whos song about the video game character Mario, the audience is given an unexpectedly optimistic epilogue, My Night with Marv. A clever and comedic addendum that stands on its own, and yet completes the whole. The saga of human despair subsumed and framed by the specter of hope, coloring the variegated canvas of colors with a hue of immense empathy and spiritual wonderment. It's a work that over-hurdles the demarcations of authorship, being the prodigious output of myriad artisans and craftsmen, and women, linked over the course of more than 20 years, constructed in such a democratic spirit that no one individual involved in the film has offered to take credit for its existence. Thank you, and enjoy.